Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 11 of the Himmelgod Has Spoken. I am Brian Himmelfarb, aka the Himmelgod. Welcome to another episode of the show. And based upon the title, I think you know what happened. Let me go ahead and take you back to monetize this just this past Friday. If you've been living under a rock, if you have no idea what happened, Points in the Bank has been cashed in. And ladies and gentlemen, I, the Himmelgod, am your new Monetize This champion. With, no belt yet. Sorry, I was hoping to have the belt today, and it has not arrived yet. So, we're still waiting for it. Hopefully the belt will be here tomorrow. Saturday at the latest. What's up, Will 10? As I was just talking about the belt. Also, shout out Flow Grown OG, and Elias is also here. But hopefully the belt will be here tomorrow. I was really kind of psyched to have the belt if it was going to be here today, because the plan was to open this show out in the hallway of my hotel room singing "We Are the Champions" as for what the serial assassin wanted, but no belt yet. So we're still waiting a little bit longer. Hopefully tomorrow it will be here and we'll be singing out in the hallway. I did get the thumbs up from the hotel management that allowed me to go ahead and do it without getting kicked out. So happy for that. Alpha Excalibur, Steve, what's going on? Oh, praise to the Himmelgod. Thank you. It has been a hell of a week so far. It has been absolutely insane. Not really talking about work, but having the opportunity to represent as the Monetize This champion tomorrow night. I will be on Monetize This. Belt or no belt, the Himmelgod will be on Monetize This tomorrow night. So, got to fulfill my champion obligations. So, looking forward to that. Thank you for everyone for being here so far tonight as everyone's starting to file in for the show. If you're here, go ahead and click on that like button. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, subscribe. And while you're at it, click on the bell for notifications. So greatly appreciate it. That way you guys know when I'm live. I know there's a lot of stuff that always goes on a Thursday. We got the show that you're here for right now. We've got, I think Wrestling Memories is tonight over on, I think it's on Tattoo Mistress channel or on the Cold Bone show. And of course, we have the Thursday night throwdown on the Joe Cronin show. So a lot going on, especially for a Thursday, and especially as we get into the weekend. So it's going to be a fun weekend for me, as I will be in Milwaukee on Saturday. And why do I say that? It's because tomorrow is the Himmelgod's birthday. Everyone's been throwing me a lot of early birthday wishes, so thank you very much. The big day is tomorrow, and I have to suffer through 8 hours of work before I could go ahead and party. But we're going to have a little fun, obviously monetize this. There's a car show out here in Wisconsin, which I'll probably be there tomorrow, hoping to have the belt and repping at that car show. That would be great. Thank you, Serial Assassin, for the early birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. So it's a pre-birthday show. It's a celebration here of the title. Still waiting on the belt, as I said, but hopefully tomorrow, especially for Monetize This, to have the belt on my shoulder and do a few other things with the belt tomorrow, as per your guys' request. So I am going to do that. So anything you guys have that you want me to do with the belt, maybe send it in a DM on Twitter, or we'll read off some of the other stuff that some people have. We do have a Twitter question that I did ask earlier in the week, talking about what is your favorite game of all time. We're going to read those out tonight. That's going to be great. Other things we got going on. We're going to talk about Westworld. Season 2 just wrapped up this past Sunday. I'm going to give a review of Season 2 of the show. I thought it was very good. Maybe a slight step down from Season 1, but still a very good season. So I'm very happy about that. We got some gaming news to get into, especially for PlayStation and Xbox owners. We'll get into all the free offerings that you're going to get next month. Overwatch, obviously, announcing a brand new character that just got introduced today. And we'll talk about some of these lawsuits that are going on. We'll get into that. So, a lot to get into on the show today. So, awesome you're all here. Participate in the chat. Donations are not live tonight. So, participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. I will read off the stuff that you're bringing up. But there's one thing I want to do before I get into the show. Crack open a beer, baby. Man, I've been looking forward to this all fucking day. All right, all day long. I've been waiting for a beer. Early birthday, thank you, Ronnie Lee. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a beer because it's my birthday tomorrow. If you got one, drink one with me. You want to smoke one? Go ahead. Whatever it is, it's time. So to all of you that allowed me to become monetized as champion, for those of you guys celebrating my birthday early with me, cheers. This is for you. Oh, yeah. Hopefully that's Coca-Cola, Cereal Assassin. Hey, it's the other thing. Hey, it is what it is. Oh, man, welcome to the show. Let's get started. Let's get all the usual stuff out of the way. Budweiser is better. No, it isn't. This shit is good. This is Leinenkugel, baby. Fuck Budweiser. I love Budweiser. Don't get me wrong. I do love Budweiser, but if I'm drinking and I'm in Wisconsin, you get a Wisconsin beer. That's the rules. All right? That's what Wisconsin's known for. Beer, cheese, and football. Go Pack Go. Thank you, Holy Moly Donut Shop. Calling for the chug. That's not going to be the only chug tonight. So we'll have plenty more. As I said, drink them if you got them, baby. So let's have fun. Want to thank also everybody for getting me over 1,000 followers on Twitter. Thank you so much. As I said, I'm not really going to mention that anymore because we got there. Hey, road to 2,000. No, we're not going to do that. But if you guys aren't following me yet on Twitter, make sure you guys send a follow at highoctane_buzz. Or you could just type in on the search the Himmelgod. It'll take you right to my channel. But thank you guys for the over 1,000 followers over there. Greatly appreciate it. I know you know Twitter's been a little funny lately with the up and down as it's been going with followers lately. I don't know what's going on with it. Some people say it's maybe part of the algorithm there that's causing little issues. But I'm just over 1,000, so I greatly appreciate that. And I'm very thankful for everyone that follows. So greatly appreciate that. Twitch, obviously, make sure you guys send a follow over on Twitch. It is _Himmelgod. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, although we're a little lacking in the content, obviously I'm in a hotel room. It's very hard to stream, but I'm going to try, especially next week, to do some streaming on Twitch. We're going to do as best as we can, or as best as I can, to go ahead and do something on there. So if you guys want to send a follow over there, make sure you do that. If you guys want to subscribe over on Twitch, you can, and it's free for Twitch Prime members. If you guys want to go ahead and send a sub, you can do that. As you guys are here tonight, of course, like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications when I go live. Leave stuff in the chat tonight. As I said, donations are not live tonight, so don't worry about that. It's not a requirement to donate on the show. You could just put stuff in the chat, and I do read what comes up in the chat. Sometimes it comes a little fast, so if I miss it, maybe put it in a second time. I'll make sure that I catch it. Shout-outs, of course, tonight. Let's send some shout-outs. One and only Joe Cronin. By the way, happy birthday to Joe Cronin. It is his birthday today. Make sure you send some birthday wishes his way, whether it's on Twitter or, of course, Thursday Night Throwdown later on following the show today. So make sure you guys go check out Joe Cronin. He is on Twitter at Real Cronin. And, of course, Joe Cronin Show on YouTube, also Corrupted Podcast on YouTube, and Battle Royale Battalion over on YouTube. Daily wrestling content, so you're getting daily wrestling news, of course, on Joe Cronin Show, where you're going to get the Raw and SmackDown reviews, even though WWE's been a little lacking lately. So even though NXT is obviously where it's at, that's been the good stuff. But you catch those reviews. He does go live on after Raw and SmackDown, after all pay-per-views. Out of nowhere, obviously, with Jake DeMarco and Connor from OK Fabe. Connor, I want your belt now. We're going to be double champ. We got to have 2 belts on this show. So I'm just letting you know, I'm coming for your belt too. So we got to go ahead and send a word to Connor. We got it. We're going for his belt. We got to be the double champ because the double champ does whatever the fuck he wants to. That's how I roll, and I might be that way tomorrow night. I'll monetize this. Don't be too surprised. But check out Joe Cronin's Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. As little as $1 a month, you get the Corrupted podcast on Saturday night. We got Monetize This tomorrow. We got the Thursday Night Throwdown tonight. And of course, we have, for all of us gamers, we got a video game show on Sunday, which this past Sunday I was on, along with D Moon. We had Joe, we had Leah, and we even had Troy or Todd or whatever he wants to call himself, on specific days. Great to see the whole gang there. And we talked about gaming controllers and what was our favorite controller, and I just burped, and least favorite controller. Sausage in the house. Thank you, Sausage. And of course, shout out to the Serial Assassin. We're still going to get your hallway singing of We Are the Champions coming up. Hopefully tomorrow, as I said, if I get the belt. But yeah, we talked about gaming this past Sunday. We're looking to do it again for greatest game of all time, which we're going to get kicked off tonight. What your suggestions were, and I will be reading them out. But once again, happy birthday to Joe Cronin. Send some love his way. He is well deserving of that. Everything that he's been doing for this community for years now. And I've been there since the early days of Monetize This, talking from the original episodes or watching his wrestling reviews back when he was on, I think, with Dead on Dave. So I've been there for a long fucking time, just hanging out, watching Joe. So he's just a great watch, guys. If it's your first time here, make sure you guys are checking out Joe Cronin. Shout out to the one and only Foulmouth Ken. Much love to you. I understand you got the surgery today for your daughter. Hopefully everything went well. So much love there. Thoughts and prayers, everything to the one and only Foulmouth Ken from the Foulmouths Network. Make sure you guys are following him at Ken Foulmouths over on Twitter. And of course, he did get a strike on his main Foulmouth Network channel. So right now he's going live on Foulmouth Nation over on YouTube. So make sure you guys are checking that out. He had Foulmouths live yesterday. Hopefully, if everything went well for his daughter today, we might get to see him on Saturday for Insomniac, which I was planning to be on because I think he wanted to do a birthday celebration for yours truly. So hopefully we'll have that. If not, make sure, just go ahead and follow the channel because I'm sure there's going to be some vlogs and all sorts of other stuff. Will 10, yeah, we will be talking a little bit about PUBG tonight. So we'll get into that. Shout out, of course, to the one and only Gatekeeper Drew at Gatekeeper5150 over on Twitter. And of course, Derailed Gatekeeper on YouTube. We have the Derailed podcast on Saturday nights, late nights. It's also around the same time as Corrupted. So if you're not a Patreon then of Joe, although I would say, why are you not? Because you should be. As my phone just showed low battery. It better not be. Let's see. Let's make sure. Uh-oh. Look at that. Shit's acting up again. I think when the cleaning lady showed up here earlier this week, kind of fucked up my phone. Hold that thought for 1 second before we get back into Drew stuff. I'm going to disappear. Make sure this switch is on because somehow something got fucked up. Hold on. All right, back again. I think it's working now. Let's make sure. Oh shit, yeah, it's all working. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about my phone fucking dying. Thank God. Because when I saw that low power thing come up and I got it plugged in, I'm like, what the fuck? So hopefully now everything is better. It should be. We'll find out. But anyway, Derailed we're going to have on Saturday night. If you're not, as I said, also Corrupted's on at the same time. Hey, as little as $1 a month, send something to Joe on Patreon. You get Corrupted. But hey, if you're not, you could join us on Derailed. I'm on Derailed. We got the whole gang over there. I think we're still talking 90s. I think we're getting into 90s movies and TV shows this weekend. Maybe a little Cards Against Humanity. Obviously, another celebration for me for my birthday. It's a weekend thing. Hell, I'm off from work all next week, so it's great. Still, it's a win for me. It's going to be a party no matter what. What is up, Sarah Small? Sarah Small's in the house. Show some love to Sarah, everybody. But make sure you're checking out Drew, Derailed Gatekeeper over on YouTube. and of course the Derail podcast on Saturdays. Billy Ricky, gotta show some love to the one and only Billy Ricky. You can follow him at BillyRicky03 over on Twitter, and of course Billy Ricky here on YouTube, as he's got the Insomniac warm up show on Saturday. Really looking forward to seeing that. I think we'll have that this weekend. Of course, the king of hype right here. Who knows how many bombs I'll probably drop on his show. I've been Moabbing him for weeks. Maybe I lighten up on the Moabs a little bit and maybe just throw a bomb here or there or whatever. Because, you know, the king of hype's got to take care of the one and only Billy Ricky. And obviously, you guys love it in the chat, so I love doing some fun shit. I'll be doing it from dropping those bombs from Milwaukee, but still, we're going to have a great fucking time. Most importantly, folks, shout out to all of you here live in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here so far. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate all the love that you guys showed me when I gained to monetize this championship and then cashed in those points in the bank to gain the title. You guys made all that happen, and I can't thank you all enough for that. So thank you very much. It means a lot to me. As I said, I was hoping to have the belt today for anyone just walking in. It has not happened. Hopefully we'll have it tomorrow. I know D-Moon did mail it out, so we'll hope to have it for tomorrow's episode of Monetize This. As I said, I will be there. Thank you, Sarah. I greatly appreciate it. You deserve it, Himmelgod. Yes. I guess I kind of do, right? As everyone's throwing the claps and the support. Greatly appreciate that. Let's get right into the news, folks. Oh man, I sounded like a Keemstar moment. Let's get right into the news. Yeah. TSS, what's up, buddy? What's up, Himmel Champ? That's right. Oh man, no belt, but I'm still called Himmel Champ. It's great. I have some more beer here. Drink them if you got them, folks. Oh, love it. So, for all of us console gamers, what's up, Minnesota Vikings fan, in here tonight? We got the free offerings for PlayStation Plus as well as Xbox Games with Gold. Let me go ahead and give you guys the rundown of what is going to be free in the month of July. So we'll start out with PlayStation members, PlayStation Plus members. Here are your free games. On the PS4, we have Heavy Rain. This is a remaster of the PS3 game. It was okay, but to get it for free is a really good deal because some of the stuff feels a little bit off compared to what was on the PS3 game. Been nice if they worked on the voiceovers a little bit to match up with the shit on screen. It doesn't entirely do that, and some of the moments of voice does not come out very well. However, the game is fantastic. Definitely check it out. If you've been playing games like Detroit Become Human, or Beyond, was it Beyond Two Souls? I think it is. You guys got to definitely check out Heavy Rain. David Cage just can't go wrong, man. So that is available for free during the month of July. Also, a newer game that's going to be out called Absolver. I don't know much about it. You might want to go ahead and check it out here on YouTube. Probably some trailers and some gameplay of it. So make sure you guys check out Absolver. It is free. Of course, still free until July 11th is Call of Duty. So you can still get that for free all the way up until July 11th. You have till that long to get Black Ops 3. I have it, of course, I've had it for the longest time, but, you know, for anyone who's looking to play a little Call of Duty, or maybe when we get some game nights going, it would be cool if you got Black Ops 3, because we're going to play that game. So pick it up, free till July 11th, and as long as you're a PlayStation Plus member, it stays free for you, so it works out. PS3, if you guys still have PS3, Rayman 3 HD is going to be for free, and also Deception for the Nightmare Princess. I like Rayman. Rayman's pretty cool. I've got to admit, that is pretty neat. Yeah, Elias throwing that hype in the chat. PlayStation Vita. Holy cow, PlayStation Vita's still around. Isn't that great? Who doesn't love PlayStation Vita? It's like the most underrated thing of all time is the Vita. But PlayStation Vita owners get Space Warlords and Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, both for free. I don't know if any of those games are on PS4, but a lot of times if a Vita game is also available on PS4, that's like adding more free games for you. So make sure you guys check that out. So there is the PlayStation Plus offerings for the month of July. Now, for all you Xbox Live owners, Xbox Live Games with Gold has announced today their free lineups for the month of July. So, starting out Xbox One, we have Assault Android Cactus. Uh, that's available from July 1st to the 31st, so it's going to be available all month. It's a pretty good game. If you like a good twin stick shooter, it's one definitely worth trying out. I do have the game. It's pretty good. It's enjoyable. It's definitely worth picking up to play for a weekend or something like that. And then pretty much you're going to toss it to the side anyway. But it is, I think, like a random dungeon type style of design. So there's a lot to get into with it. But definitely check it out. It's available all month for free. Also available on the Xbox One is a game called Death Squared. Don't really know much about that one, to be honest with you. It'll be free from July 16th to August 15th. So from the middle of the month to the middle of August, you can pick it up. Hey, it's free, right? What can go wrong with free? On the Xbox 360, I think the offerings are a little bit better. We got Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown from July 1st through the 15th. Definitely worth picking up. If you're a fighting game fan, you like 3D fighting, you're a fan of Virtua Fighter, this is definitely worth picking up. This was the last Virtua Fighter game they made from Sega. And I'm a Sega diehard, so it's like, fuck, dude, you gotta get Sega. From July 16th through the 31st, though, Splinter Cell Conviction will be free. Definitely worth picking up. This is Splinter Cell, for crying out loud. You have to pick it up. It's for free, and it will be from July 16th through the 31st. And I think with Xbox 360 games, if you get them for free through Games with Gold, you get to keep them forever, no matter what your status is with Xbox Live. So that's a pretty freaking good offering. Of course, we have Games Pass. They've been throwing a lot of games on Games Pass lately. We've seen, especially with the 360, including Fallout and Elder Scrolls, they're doing a lot of RPGs over there with Xbox Live Game Pass. So make sure you guys go check that out. It's only $9.99 a month, and you get the first month for free. I feel like I'm like a salesman right now. I'm just like selling everything. Hey guys, here's what's for sale. Here's what's for free. Hey, go check this out. Hey, spend $9.99. You know, whatever. Pick up beer tonight, or wait till the. Hey, we got the 4th of July next week, so. Yes, I do remember the date of the Dreamcast, $99.99. I was there in line picking up my Dreamcast on day one. I love that console. It's probably one of the rated consoles. I think out of my favorite consoles of all time, it's definitely in my top five for sure. The Dreamcast, very underrated. It deserved a lot better than the life it did. But I mean, when PlayStation 2 came out, you knew it was dead in the water, especially when you have something that was playing DVDs at the time. So that was a big deal compared to what they did on Sega. So Overwatch, by the way, picked up a new hero. If you guys heard about this, thank you, Aaron Baird, for the early birthday wish. Thank you. Yes, I'm enjoying my lineies tonight. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have a few more of these probably before the show is over. So it's gonna be a lot of fun as you guys are hijacking in the chat. I love you guys. So get used to this if it's your first time here on the show. A lot of times I do pick up what's being said in the chat, and I try to jump in with you guys. It hijacks the show a little. But hey, why not? I love interacting with you guys because you're the reason why I'm doing all this. So hijack away, folks. Have fun in the chat. You want to send birthday wishes, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Everyone's been doing that, especially since my birthday is tomorrow. Then we'll be celebrating more on the Joe Cronin Show for Monetize This. Thinking about getting some blueberry beer or IPA. IPAs always sound great. Haven't had blueberry beer, so I can't help you there on that one. Can't help you on that there, Steve. We had a new Overwatch hero, folks, known as Wrecking Ball. We didn't get the name till later on today. I forgot to write down, like, who's the new name? It's called Wrecking Ball. But anyway, it looks like the newest hero. They unveiled it today over on Twitter as well as on YouTube. The 28th hero now, 28th already, for Overwatch, features a hamster in a fully weaponized hamster ball, which is pretty freaking awesome. There was a big update, I think, just recently I just had for Overwatch, I think yesterday or the day before. It did a big, huge update. It was like 23 gigs over on my PS4. It was fucking crazy. But They may have already loaded the assets in for Wrecking Ball. I don't have a word on an official release for him for that character, but usually when they announce it, it's about a week before that character is in the game. So obviously, Wrecking Ball is on his way. Who doesn't want to play with a hamster in a fucking hamster ball? Honestly, I think it sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So we get a new hero for Overwatch. So I was very interested seeing the little teaser they did today. I'm sure we'll get some gameplay coming up of him very shortly. Could even be a her. We don't know. So it's very interesting nonetheless. So I see Ray Rock's doing some replies over on Twitter. As my notifications kind of just show up on screen. I know you guys can't see them, but I do. So anytime I get a message, but so I think even when I'm recording, as I just belched again, over on YouTube, I don't get ass blaster as Bobbit likes to call it when the thing when my phone will vibrate, letting me know who's sending notifications. So we're not getting that. Uh, Lawsuits. Let's get into all this stuff about some lawsuits because it's been very interesting with some of the lawsuits that have been going on. Lately, we have a lawsuit coming from Bethesda going against Warner Brothers. We had a lawsuit not too long ago, I'd probably say within the last week or so, between PUBG and Epic Games for Fortnite, which I'm going to get into both of them. But let me get into this one, Bethesda and Warner Brothers, the lawsuit that's going on right now. So Bethesda is in a lawsuit battle with developer Interactive and publisher Warner Brothers, so both of them in a suit over the recently released Westworld mobile game. Bethesda is claiming that the developer stole designs, artwork, and coding, assets that come from the game Fallout Shelter. If any of you guys have been playing Fallout Shelter, I play it a lot. I like Fallout Shelter. Great game. So anyway, these assets are being used in their Westworld mobile game. It should be noted that Behavior Interactive also helped Bethesda develop Fallout Shelter. Hint, hint. This now brings in a breach of contract clause because Bethesda is saying that the assets that were used for Fallout Shelter are solely for use by Bethesda. So technically, they signed a contract saying that, hey, you can't take this stuff elsewhere, but it looks like maybe they did with this Westworld game because both games are very similar in terms of the gameplay experience. Bethesda is calling the game a blatant ripoff of the Fallout. Warner Brothers has responded to the claims saying that they are as surprising as they are unsubstantiated. They call Bethesda's allegations untrue and that none of Bethesda's code was used in the Westworld game. I've had a chance to see this Westworld game, which obviously is based off of the hit show on HBO, which we're going to be talking about tonight as we wrap up for season 2. So here's what I gotta say about this. Both games are very similar. I'm going to admit. Both games have like the underground setup, and you're setting up certain rooms and putting people in there and giving them jobs. And like the Westworld game, you're having to manage hosts and other things within the park. So it's like you're running this theme park with the robotic hosts, which, as I said, we're going to get a lot in the Westworld here tonight. But Fallout Shelter, obviously a game where you are the overseer and your job is to run a vault, building rooms, bringing people from the outside world into the vault, or taking some of your characters from the vault, sending them out into the wasteland to kind of scrounge up supplies and whatnot, and caps for money and other things. So it's like a lot of item management and resource management style of game. So both are very familiar in terms of their style. How far do I think this lawsuit will go? Listen, Bethesda's got deep pockets. Warner Brothers got deep pockets. This can go pretty far. Now, as far as I can see, the Westworld game is still available in the App Store if you're looking to pick it up. Fallout Shelter is available everywhere, and it's a great. As I said, it's a great Fallout fan. Obviously, it's worth picking up. It's not like any of your stuff really transfers over to Fallout anyway, but I love playing it because they bring some of the characters of Fallout into this game. I got like the robot guy, like "Hello, sir," kind of thing going on, and we got a robot collecting goods and all sorts of shit. I've been attacked by like not just rad roaches and mole rats, but raiders. Eventually, death claws are gonna start showing up, and but I got characters running around the wasteland collecting shit. It's a fun game. It's a nice little time waster. You'd think for something that would last maybe 10 or 15 minutes, here and there, I've actually seen myself play for over an hour. Or I don't even know where the fucking time goes when I should be playing other games like God of War, or I should be playing Blaze Blue or something else. Here I am playing freaking Fallout Shelter. Go figure. It runs very well on the PS4 is where I'm playing it on. I've also got it on my phone and on my iPad. Fucking Fallout Shelter is everywhere for me. The Westworld game though is still pretty good, but I can understand where Bethesda's coming with this lawsuit. Can they beat them on this one? I think there's a very good possibility of that. What the repercussions are, I don't know at this time. Probably to have them take the game off and have that removed. So there's a possibility of that situation coming. But yeah, I think based on some of the stuff I saw, it is pretty similar. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. It really is. So another lawsuit that's out there, but this one just got dropped, and this is between PUBG and Fortnite. Obviously, the creators of PUBG sued Epic Games over Fortnite, claiming that your game is too similar to ours, which is something they were claiming a while back, not entirely attacking Fortnite. But the PUBG creators said, listen, if any game is similar to our game, we're going to sue you, which is the most fucking retarded thing I mean anyone would do. Let's face facts for the developers of PUBG. There's a little game that came out before you guys, and it was called H1Z1. Think about that one there for 1 second, okay? So they sued Epic Games on Fortnite saying, hey, your game is just like ours. You ripped off our game. PUBG pulling a Tommy head C, says the serial assassin. So yeah, they're saying, hey, it's a blatant. You're pretty much right because of him and the whole Mellow Yellow thing. You're definitely right on that one. Sausage chiming in there. You can see obviously the similarities in terms of a battle royale style of game. So I watched it again. Man, I gotta get used to that with all my beer. There you go. I just put a live one out there on the show. Enjoy. Anyway, it was weak, but I didn't give a fuck. But anyway, before I lose my train of thought, the game is very similar in terms of a battle royale aspect, but also there is a difference with Fortnite. They have their little gimmick of that you're able to go ahead and build, which is a big thing. Now, me, when I was playing Fortnite, let's just face it, I didn't build that much at all. Literally, not that much at all. I was more about just grabbing my fucking gun and go shooting somebody. Yeah, I hated all the building shit, I'll be honest with you. I did play it, I tolerated it. It was better when I was Thanos during the Thanos week and taking down your structures like a mofo, man. It was such a blast to do. But they have their own little gimmick, and the game is for free. Fortnite, now, they wanted to kind of put this lawsuit on them because Fortnite's popularity obviously has been soaring well over PUBG compared to last year where PUBG was the big game. Now it seems to be slipping a little bit, and Fortnite has soared well above the expectations, considering the fact that you have the Minecraft players jumping over to Fortnite. So you got all the little kids over there that play, and part of the reason they're playing is the game is free. Now, of course, we could get into the whole cross-play thing between Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, along I think with they're on their own. People have been trying to do their move their accounts from PlayStation over to the Switch, and it's been a fucking mess. They've been losing their accounts. Everything on their accounts are gone, wiped out. They have to start all over again, which is bullshit. But hey, that's what you get when you decide to go ahead and do a Switch. And they were telling you don't switch, no pun intended, to the Nintendo Switch. But it's been a big issue. But getting back to the whole lawsuit here, they did drop it because look, this this wasn't a winning battle for them. This was clearly a losing battle. You can't sit here and sue saying, hey, your game is too similar. I mean, that's like going after games like Raging Heights. Are we going to go after Call of Duty now? Are we going to go after Battlefield? Because they're going to offer Battle Royale. Who knows how many other games down the road are going to offer Battle Royale? We might still see a Halo Battle Royale. Forza Battle Royale. No, I'm really fucking around. Maybe we'll see Lego Battle Royale. Whatever. But there's way too much in this Battle Royale genre. Obviously, listen, there's going to be so many games that copy off of someone. Same thing with movies. Movies rip off stuff from other movies. Remember how many times Star Wars back in the 70s was ripped off? What's up, TJ Banks? Star Wars was ripped off so many freaking times in the movies. I doubt they're really ripping off The Last Jedi right now, which, by the way, has raised over on the remake The Last Jedi is over $30 million to have that movie remade. For real. They didn't collect any money yet. It's people pledging towards it that if it's for real, hey, now we're taking your money. So when you pledge, be careful when you do that, because then they'll be coming for you. So don't put $1 million, because they'll take $1 million of your money. But they're getting pretty legit serious about this, about wanting to remake The Last Jedi. But as I said, I'm getting off topic for the moment. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. But yeah, movies rip off other movies, whether it's porn or otherwise. Anyone that wants to come in and get a cheap cash grab, this also happens with video games, where a game designer so quickly will put a game out there to cash in on the craze of something else. So whatever's fucking popular, someone's looking to cash in. So the creators of PUBG could say, hey, we could go after Joe Blow developer over here who similar to ours, but going after Epic, it's a losing battle. They're gonna win this no matter what. It's not going to matter. But yeah, I agree. TJ Banks made a great suggestion there that the Battle Royale, it's a fad that's going to die in the next year or two. And I agree with you. Be honest with you, the PUBG player count has really decreased a lot lately. Something Will 10 brought up earlier, and I kind of caught that over on my Twitter at @highoctane_buzz. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow over there on Twitter. We did kind of get into a little conversation about that. I think that PUBG has died down a bit. It could pick up as with these newer maps that are coming into play. People will come around. But Fortnite, I mean, it's a monster that's not stopping anytime soon. It's for a free fucking game. And it's free to play. And then you got, if you want to spend money, you can. And then you got the Save the World stuff on top of that. Listen, people are chugging their way to Fortnite. I'm a little Fortnited out, to be honest with you, compared to most other games. But I kind of want to forget that Fortnite even exists half the while. Season 4 did not set the world on fire. And we're getting Season 5 coming up very soon. I think it might already be available already. But it's not like everyone's cup of tea, to be honest with you. So it's kind of dying with me. But eventually I'll get around to Call of Duty and play over there. But listen, this whole thing that everyone ripping off, saying that they're ripping off someone else, lawsuit out there, it's a big fucking waste of time. So unless you got something really legit beef you want to throw down, which I can understand in the Bethesda and Warner Brothers thing, this the Battle Royale shit, just cut it out. So all the PUBG guys, just deal with it, enjoy the fad, and a couple fucking die anyway. So who gives a fuck, right? Who cares? It's like me, I'm going to drink another beer because I don't beer. Anyway, this Sunday, over on the Corrupted Podcast channel, we got another episode of the Video Game Show over there. I'm pretty sure I'll be over there and probably with my championship belt over here, monetize this title on me, and hopefully we'll be here tomorrow. But we're talking about things called favorite game of all time. And I asked this on Twitter, what your favorite game of all time was. Now, of course, I will the show later on after I read these responses from you guys. As I asked it over on Twitter, we're going to read these responses here. I'm pretty sure some of you guys in the chat we'll probably throw your favorite game out there, and you can do that. So, Wandi says, I want to gobble the chat. Nice little Pac-Man reference there from Awandi. Thank you. Appreciate that, Awandi. So, favorite game of all time. I asked the question, what was yours and why? And we got a lot of responses. So, I'm going to go ahead and read these off, what you guys said. And we're going to ask these questions every week. So, starting out with the one and only Billy Ricky at BillyRicky03 says, I know it's typical of me, lol, but that would be NASCAR 2006 Total Team Control just for the good good memories. Awandi talking about The Last of Us is his. Thank you, Awandi, for that one. So yeah, NASCAR 2006. Now I mentioned to him there on Twitter. I don't play much of NASCAR games, but sometimes I take the NASCAR variant. With if I'm in a racing game, I do get NASCAR variants like when Gran Turismo had them, and Forza obviously has it. So I thought this was really cool suggestion. Now, I did play a NASCAR game. That NASCAR 2011 was the one I played. I think it was from a company called Eutechnics. Activision obviously was the publisher before they started acting like greedy motherfuckers. Although they were kind of greedy motherfuckers back then too, but they didn't do it in a freaking NASCAR game. So yeah, Elias, Last of Us 2 has not been announced yet. But good memories I had with that. I had a lot of fun playing NASCAR 2011. Haven't really played any of the NASCAR games as of late, but I do some of the variants. At Flow Grown OG mentions Final Fantasy X. The replayability is great. Just playing the story through is about 120 hours. Alpha Excalibur says he had it. Cool. Coop Harrison, thank you for joining me here on the channel. I'm kind of shutting out the Himmel champ. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Wish I had the belt yet. Hopefully we'll have it tomorrow. Final Fantasy X, by the way, and this might sound blasphemous, but Final Fantasy X was the first Final Fantasy game I ever played. Waiting for the flames. I know someone's going to say, you didn't play Final Fantasy VII, what the fuck? Right? I'm waiting for it to come. It's going to come at some point. Hopefully, I think we're in the clear on that one. All right. Say that Final Fantasy X was a great game. Despite the awkward ha 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 ha, right? We all remember that cringy ass freaking ha 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 ha. Because Yuna's like, I don't laugh. And Tidus is like, here, I'll show you how to freaking laugh. I hated that moment. It was cringy as fuck. But the rest of the game is fucking great. I love Final Fantasy X. I love playing Blitzball. I love doing all that shit. When I get to stream in again, you bet your ass I'll be streaming Final Fantasy X because I absolutely love that game. And by the way, I have played Final Fantasy VII since then, and I think it's fucking awesome. But yeah, Final Fantasy X is a great fucking game. If you haven't played it yet and you have a PS4, go pick it up. You owe it to yourself to pick it up. It's great. It's great turn-based RPG action. And as I said, you got the Blitzball on top of that, and the story's good. You can't go wrong with it. This was the first Final Fantasy game where the characters actually talked. So there was a lot to get into on that. And yes, as I said, the cringy ha 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 ha, yeah, that was bad. But, you know, we had to deal with it. At Serial Asshole, the one and only Serial Assassin says, Metal Gear Solid 2. Everything about this game was amazing. The graphics for its time was amazing. The soundtrack was great. First-person view. The enemy. AI. Everything about this game is amazing. It was so nice he said it twice. Thank you, Power Merch. Just caught you there in the chat. Yeah, so the only thing about Metal Gear Solid 2 that drove me nuts is the fact how they advertised a lot of Snake. And then all of a sudden, what's up, Why Society? You, after that one first opening part of the mission, you played as Snake, you switch over to fucking Raiden. And I'm like, who the fuck is Raiden? Why should I care? I want fucking Snake. But turned out to be still a fun... Man, I'm fucking belching like a motherfucker. But that's what you get for drinking beer. And chugging beer. I love beer, can't help it. But anyway, the game is fun. Now, for me personally, I would say Metal better. I also enjoyed the first game before probably I would list the second game, but that's just my opinion. I still enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 2, and everything that Serial Assassin brought up, he's right about. He's absolutely fucking right. Wani says Raiden cool as fuck. I'll be honest, you know when Raiden was cool as fuck? You ever played Metal Gear Rising? Fucking awesome to play as Raiden. Billy Rick just mentioned your tweet about greatest game of all time just a few minutes ago. Or 2006. Huh? Yeah. NASCAR 2011 for me. Maybe they'll offer it for free at some point on the Xbox store. That would be pretty cool if it was backwards compatible. I would probably go back and play it again. Tony Stewart, motherfuckers. Just saying. But I am going to agree with your statement, although I still think Metal Gear Solid 3 was better. But still, great choice, Metal Gear Solid 2. Soundtrack was good. And as you said, everything you mentioned about the gameplay and the graphics for its time on the PlayStation 2, you are right. You are absolutely right. So I got to give you credit on that one. The 06 game is backwards compatible for 360. For the Xbox One, at least, probably, right? Thank you for letting me know that. One and only Billy Ricky. Make sure you guys are following Billy Ricky over here on YouTube. Of course, that's Billy Ricky. And, of course, at Billy Ricky03 for the Insomniac warm-up show. And if he said anything bad, I'm going to Moab him again over the weekend. We'll see. But moving on with some of the guys' other suggestions they brought up, as I see Serial Assassin jump there. At Gatekeeper5150 says, the original Final Fantasy. It was the first RPG I beat. I was 8 years old. I had 3 hit points left on my red mage, and everyone else was slain when I won. I love going back and playing it for old time's sake. That's a really good one. Now, I haven't even played the original Final Fantasy. Now, I do have it on my NES Classic, so I'm going to be able to go ahead and play. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe I can create that what the fuck kind of moment that you had. And maybe we do that as a Twitter topic coming up in the next few weeks, where we can say what's your top what the fuck moment for gaming, or maybe some of your greatest gaming accomplishments. We're going to get into those. So ADTR, what's up, ADTR? Thank you for being in here. I think you got one coming up here I'm going to be reading in just a minute. But holy shit. At Foulmouth Mike, the one and only Bobbit, says Batman Arkham Asylum. It's the only game where I can beat the main game and get all the Riddler stuff in 12 hours. Impressive. Every time I get that game, I have to play it because it's so good. Back in E3 2009, when I was there, it's my lone E3 appearance, I actually played the demo to Batman Arkham Asylum. And I thought the game was okay. What's up, Heistman? Heistman in the fucking chat. Awesome, man. Good to see you here tonight. I thought the game was okay at that time when they showed the game. But I figured, you know what? Day one, I'm going to give this thing a shot. I did. I fucking loved it. Games in the whole Batman series. I think a lot of people would say that Arkham City is better. So you kind of get the group that says they love Asylum versus the. So it's kind of like, down in the middle there. Dolphin on High. What's up, Dolphin on High? Hanging out. We're talking about, of course, favorite game of all time here. As you guys were mentioning over on Twitter, as we're reading them off. But I'm more of a Batman Arkham Asylum guy than I am Arkham City. I love that game. It's absolutely fantastic. I have the remaster now on my PS4, and I love absolutely fucking playing the shit out of that game. The moments with Batman and the Joker was just fucking awesome. And the more I saw that game since E3 that year, just blew my mind, and I had to have that game. So the demo at the as much, but the game actually did on the final copy that we had. Speaking of ADTR, here's ADTR at ADTR210_210 says, hands down, Tekken 3. The music, the characters, and the fighting style, best fighting game ever. That's a pretty there for Tekken 3. I will say this about Tekken 3. I think Tekken 3 is the best Tekken game. Even all the way up to Tekken 7, I still think Tekken 3 is the best one. I love playing the shit out of that on my original PlayStation, and I still play it to this day, whether it's Force mode, or I'm playing in the regular mode and have all the characters, and you have the little gun dinosaur who's also in it. Dr. Boskanovich, all that stuff. That was a great fucking game. Awandi says Bloody Roar, favorite fighting game. That's another really good one. Good one, Awandi. Now, for me, I don't know if it's my favorite one, though. What's up, Gorilla Strong? Over there in the chat right now. Man, a lot of people jumping in right now. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming in here, hanging out. Hit that like button while you're here. Greatly appreciate. Get that light hype going, man. You guys are awesome. Kevin Carter says GTA San Andreas and Vice City. I think we have a GTA one coming up here. I will say Tekken 3 is the best in the entire Tekken series of games. It is my favorite, bar none. It's not my favorite fighting game of all time, but it's good to hear that it's your favorite fighting game of all time. So I'm happy for that. I would say for me, favorite fighting game of all time would probably be in the Street Fighter category. Just to kind of throw that out there, I think Street Fighter 2 still stands as one of my favorite fighting games of all time. But Tekken 3, yeah, it's up there. It's definitely a top 5 for me. So hands down, this is a good one from ADTR. At Super Laser 64, the one and only Super Laser says the first Smash Brothers. Nuff said. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. That's another one. Thank you, Merge. Gorilla, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Power Stone? I think you might be talking about Power Stone. I do remember that game, playing it on the Dreamcast. So I think that's the one you're bringing up there for a second. Smash Brothers 64 is the one that Super Laser is bringing up. Again, a great fighting game. A lot of fun. It helped launch the series. I think Ultimate's going to beat it, but it's hard, bar none, to not sit here and mention the original Smash Brothers. A lot of people might say the GameCube one might be a little bit better, obviously. And with the one coming up, we're going to get, thank you, girls. Soul Blade when it was on the PlayStation, yes, which was known as Soul Edge back in the arcades. Another good one that was just brought up. I caught that before the end. I didn't see who said it. I just caught it right at the end. But again, you brought up a really good one there. But the Smash Brothers, fucking A, dude. I would probably put the GameCube one up there, especially with the GameCube controller that they're going to be bringing for the Switch version of Super Smash Brothers. I'm really looking forward to that. David Wells brings up Mortal Kombat 3, favorite fighting game of all time. Maybe Ultimate, I think, might be a little bit better than Mortal Kombat 3, and I'm probably sure he didn't mention Ultimate, but I would probably put Ultimate MK3 over the original version of it in terms of Mortal Kombat. But another good one from David Wells, who brought that up on Twitter. Greatly appreciate that, David Wells. Of course, let's get to the one and only TSS. At TS Shooter 13 says Super Mario 64, one of the first games I played and beat. This game was ahead of its time using 3D models. Agreed. The game felt open world, go anywhere on the level and mess around. Agreed. The music was memorable. Agreed. And the only downside was the controller. Agreed. But the game itself was great. Super Mario 64 was awesome. I would probably say maybe there might have been a couple better Mario games. A lot of people would put Super Mario World in this equation. Some people might say Super Mario Odyssey was better, or maybe even New Super Mario Brothers or something like that. So, but I still think Mario 64 really helped set the stage for a lot of the great N64 games, especially Banjo-Kazooie. You can even throw Zelda in that equation. So there's a lot of good that came from Mario 64. So I absolutely agree with TSS. Another great game that he brought up. A lot of people love Super Mario 64. I love Super Mario 64. Great pick. I don't know. I think it might be in my top 10, maybe a little bit lower than that. But still, I think it was a great game for the Nintendo 64. At Mark15_11 says The Last of Us. Yeah, David Wells was Ultimate MK3. I figured that. So he says The Last of Us. There is no doubt in my mind this is my favorite video game of all time. It's hard for me to not say that. That's in my top 5. I may play lots of sports games because that is a category I enjoy, but when I originally purchased this game on PS3, I fell in love with it and beat it as well on PS4. Can't wait for The Last of Us 2 to come out. Agreed on The Last of Us. fantastic game. The story is well done. The gameplay is what it is. Um, but it's so fucking enjoyable. The graphics, the environment, it just immerses you in this game. It's just so fucking good. Uh, the Last of Us, as I said, top five of all time for me. Dolphin on High saying the OG Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, so good. I agree. I love the old school Battlefront 2, especially better than the newer version that's out. Plus, it's backwards compatible on Xbox One for you Xbox players. Uh, Gorilla Strong says, I still break out Modern Warfare 2 on PS3. There's another good one, bringing up Modern Warfare 2. Cooper Harrison says, best Mario game of all time? Are you talking about Mario 64, or maybe you have a suggestion of your own? Pull that up in the chat, Coop. Love to hear from you on that. But The Last of Us, again, immersed me in the game. Awandi bringing up Uncharted 4. I definitely agree. Uncharted 4 was very good. I don't know if it was better than Uncharted 2, but still, it's still very good. Heistman Defoe saying Dead Space 1. Fuck yeah, that game was badass. Loved Dead Space. So amazing. I play that one over and over. That's a guilty pleasure for me to keep playing that game. Serial Assassin says Halo 3 is my second favorite. Okay, cool. Alpha saying Mario Kart for the Wii. Cooper, anyone play? I have. I played Odyssey. It's great. I think it does beat Mario 64, though. Elias talking about Red Dead Redemption in his top 5. I agree. That's a fantastic game. As far as The Last of Us, kind of closing out The Last of Us, I think it's a fantastic game. The story, bar none, is probably one of the best, and I would rank The Last of Us in terms of a story better than Uncharted for Naughty Dog. Any of the Uncharted games. I love The Last of Us. I love the story it brings, the atmosphere, the character development. It's, oh my God, it's almost like Naughty Dog always strikes gold. They always do. They always bring out the best. And The Last of Us is going to be an all-time classic. I do have the remaster on PS4, and I love it, especially times playing in. Dolphin on High saying Naughty Dog is his favorite team. Definitely. Bill Ricky's bringing up Seaman over on the Dreamcast. That was a weird fucking game. By the way, check out Angry Video Game Nerd. He did one of Seaman. It's funny as fuck. It is absolutely fucking hilarious. Definitely go check it out. Moving on here with some of these favorite games of all time. At WC13873 says Grand Theft Auto 3. I know there were prior titles, but to me, that was always the original. It changed gaming and wrote the book on open world, if you ask me. I would pretty much put you on par with that one. And it's absolutely a great point. That's from the one and only Will 10 bringing this one up. Now, for me, Grand Theft Auto, I still like to this day, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Vice City for me is fucking awesome. I think it beats out GTA 3, but Crash Team Racing says Power Merge. Oh, damn, Merge, bringing that one up. But I would say Vice City might be a little bit better. And I'm not saying that as far as... I have played The Evil Within a 1D. It's a good game. I haven't played the second one yet, but I have played the first one, and I do enjoy that one. Welcome back, Steve. Great to have you in here. Hey, if you're all new in here, click that like button. Greatly appreciate it. I know I've been whoring that out a lot tonight, but hey, what the heck, it's my show. I can do what I want. But agree with Grand Theft Auto 3. It was good for its time. I think Vice City did it a little bit better, especially when you had Ray Liotta, and you had the characters talking now, especially. And for me, I might be being a little bit of a homer on this, saying, number one, it was taking place in Miami, which they called Vice City. And then, of course, it took place in the 80s, where mostly I grew up. So, yeah, I'm going to play favorites on that one a little bit, but I would say the game was a little bit better than GTA 3. And, of course, some people like TSS bringing up San Andreas. A lot of people love San Andreas. I would still like Vice City a little bit more than San Andreas. So, I'm going to take the game that makes me feel like, home with the Heistman bringing up the Warriors. That's another good one. But I would take the game where it feels a little bit more Scarface and kind of a cross of Scarface and Goodfellas, or the game that felt like Boys in the Hood, but still, that's just my opinion. both of the games were still good. And I do like Grand Theft Auto 5, which is also really good. Even though I wouldn't put 4 in there. Gorilla Strong mentioning WWE All Stars. I like that game. That was another good one. Why isn't that backwards compatible? I would love to play WWE All Stars so bad. Once again, I have that as a digital game, so make it backwards compatible, please. Doubt that'll happen. You know, WWE hasn't put out a game backwards compatible at all yet on the Xbox platform. So, Sir Cardinal at Sir Cardinal mentions an old school classic here, but we're gonna see here's some really old school ones coming up here. Mentions Karate Champ. All right. I'm an older guy, but I really, really love this game. I would spend all my allowance money on it. That's crazy. But holy shit, Karate Champ. That was like pre-Street Fighter right there we were talking about. Karate Champ was like that one game, one down style of game, and then you have the guy up above toward the top of the stage showing a red flag or a white flag, you know, who won that point and whatever. Any WWE game with TH was the of wrestling, says Kevin Carter. Thank you, Kevin Carter. THQ, man, they were badass back in the day. Still have a little legacy still left. And we've seen Saints Row, Darksiders, stuff like that still being released. And of course, Red Faction. Red Faction Guerrilla, by the way, a remastered version of that game is going to be out, I think, next week. I just got to throw that out there. I still think it was one of the best Red Faction games of all time, in my opinion. At Ronnie Leaf says, I know I am going to show my age here. It's my birthday tomorrow. Figure that. Hey, how old do you all think I am? In the chat, let me know. You tell me how old you think I look. Go ahead and put that in the chat. That'll be a lot of fun. I'll start reading those off. But nothing like putting your quarter in the arcade machine while you waited for your pizza or submarine dinner, playing Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. Damn it, TSS! I am 40. I'm going to be 44 tomorrow. It says 36. Gorilla Strong mid-30s. Alpha says 44. Kevin 42. Billy Ricky says 34. Owandi 69, dude. Love you, man. You guys are crazy. But yeah, I'm going to be 44 tomorrow, folks. But yeah, I do look like I'm in my 30s. I get that a lot. So thanks for saying that one. Makes me feel young, even though I don't really need that part, but why not? 69, dude. That would be pretty fucking funny if I was 69 and I looked like I was still in my 30s. You're like Dick Clark. Damn. That'd be fucking crazy. But Ronnie Lee mentioning Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. Wow. Pac-Man fever back in the day. I had it back then. I played a lot of Pac-Man. And believe it or not, Pac-Man was my first video game I ever played. So big ups there to at Ronnie Lee 48 bringing up Pac-Man. That was fucking awesome. Alpha Excalibur says, hey, I'm 25. I think I look like I'm in my 50s. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. I'm 23 and still I'm young for my age. I don't know. Maybe it's the medicines or stuff we eat or drink. All of a sudden it's making us look younger than what we are. Fucking awesome. Love that shit. Gorilla Strong, my first ever game I played was Frogger. Holy cow. We might have to do that as the Twitter question next week. What was the first video game you ever played? I think that's what we're going to do for next week's show. Wani talking about Rayman. Yeah. Rayman 3, by the way, on Xbox coming up in July. You get Rayman 3 for free. Or was that PlayStation? No, that's PlayStation. My bad. PlayStation users on PS3 get Rayman 3 for free. Gorilla Strong says, oh wait, Adventure. Oh my god, I remember that. Cooper says Tetris. Heistman Defoe says Earthworm Jim. Yeah, this is going to be the question next week when I post it up on Twitter. I'll put it up on Monday. What was the very first game you ever played? We're going to talk about that. So throw a little memory of that very first game. So some of you guys are mentioning them, and some because we got all this old school love coming out from you guys. Because here's another one. At 2 Marks Crew, hands down, Dig Dug. It's an old school game with great memories. I fucking love Dig Dug, dude. That, oh my god. You know what game hasn't been mentioned in here so far? Where's all my Galaga people? All right, come on. Man, we're mentioning all the other Namco games. We can't even mention freaking Galaga. Thank you for the early birthday wish, Greatly appreciate that to Dolphin. Wani talking about Jack and Daxter, Gorilla Strong. Oh my God, Dig Dug. Hell yeah. Dig Dug was the shit, dude. As the character digging in the ground and then blowing other guys, blowing air and all the other guys and blowing them up. Dude, that was fucking fun. Or getting the rock and then squash them with a fucking rock. It was so simplistic, fun, enjoyable. It was awesome. David Wells bringing up WCW Nitro. Derailed. Gatekeeper's bringing up Dodgeball. Gatekeeper already brought up the Final Fantasy one that you talked about. I thought that was really cool. Great memory that you have of that game. Merge talking about Spy Hunter. Holy shit, there's another great. So we're really going to get into this first game here. Heistman Defosa Centipede. Oh, man. TSS, yeah, I did mention Mario 64 already. Ronald Booth. What's up, Ronald Booth says NFL Blitz was my favorite. Nice. Greatly appreciate that. Ronald Booth. We got a few more here left. Let me get to at Reggie Weathered. That says Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or Final Fantasy VII. Can't lose with either one. Both of them are great. Absolutely fantastic games. Final Fantasy VII, I had the chance to play, and I love it. Gorilla Strong mentions Dragon Warrior. If you subscribe to Nintendo Power, who else got Dragon Warrior for free? There you go. Steven German says favorite game is Spelling Bee. Oh, God. If anyone watched, if you guys watched Out of Nowhere last night, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch that shit. It was fucking gold because Steven German couldn't spell cock. All right? Every time he sat there spelling it CCK. Absolutely fucking hilarious. I dropped a donation later in the show and hooked on phonics. Couldn't help Steven. So tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing a lot of Steven German. Look at that. CCK in the chat. Everybody typing out CCK over in the chat. Elias giving a quadruple. TS says it's like Himmel CCK. Oh my God. Tell me how funny that shit was last night. Hooked on Phonics can't work for German right now. And he wants to be the advocate for me. Advocate for the champ, who still doesn't have his belt yet. Hoping that's coming up. Dolphin on high. Big CCK. You all are crazy. Reggie Weathered, though, man, you brought up two really all-time freaking classics. Awesome. But Jimmy Daps 187 also went Zelda Ocarina of Time. That water temple, though. Fucking water temple. Jeez. The storyline was epic. Agreed. The bosses were fun to fight. Agreed. Time? Yeah, I would say so. If only the Switch had a Zelda game like this. Breath of the Wild? Just saying. I think that game is great. I'd love to have, you know what? Maybe the Switch to have a game that's like A Link to the Past. That would be cool. Love Link to the Past. That's another really great Zelda game. Boy, this debate's going to go on between Zelda and Final Fantasy because at Chad4444 Chad, a.k.a. Chad, says Final Fantasy VII. The story and character development was epic. Cutscenes were way ahead of its time. Everyone's really talking about the way ahead of its time thing. And it still has incredible replayability. Absolutely agree. Through many times since childhood, and even just played it through again last summer. Are you planning to play it again this summer, maybe, Chad? Just thought I'd throw it out there. Cody Rhodes plays through A Link to the Past at least once a year. Yeah, I did hear about that, Drew. That's a great point. The one and only Derail Gatekeeper bringing up that fun fact. Greatly appreciate it. Final Fantasy VII, as I said, game. I'm really looking forward to the remake if we ever. Who knows whenever that game's ever going to make it out. At this point, probably never. You know, I was hoping to see it this year at E3, and we were all very disappointed not to see the Final Fantasy VII remake, especially after like E3 and the PlayStation Experience, where we got a chance to see the game in action. We know the game's going to be episodic, which really hurts. Gorilla Strong talking about NBA Jam, the original version of the arcade. I love NBA Jam. Where is that? I was hoping that they would put that for Xbox One, and they didn't even announce it, and they were talking about it because this year's the 25th anniversary of NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat 2. Just throw that out there. Acid Dropsy says, Chrono Trigger. Here's one that wasn't brought up all the time. Chrono Trigger. The game has near infinite replayability, great characters, amazing story, and an unforgettable soundtrack. It's the game that's missing on the SNES Classic. Where's Chrono Trigger, damn it? Get everything else, but we can't get fucking Chrono Trigger on that motherfucker. I mean, god, hey, how do we not have that? Chrono Trigger, absolutely fantastic game. Fucking classic. Can't go wrong with a classic. Can't go wrong with a little Chrono Trigger. You guys have been bringing up a lot of great ones. That was all of them we had this week for the question of the week. Remember, you guys, when I will put up a new question on Monday, it looks like the game, what we're going to talk about on Monday, starting on Twitter, at @high_octane_buzz, is going to be what was the very first game you ever played. Give me a memory of that game. And we'll go ahead and read them all on the show, mentioning your Twitters, obviously, so everybody follows you, because that's what we want. We're a big community here, so we all got to, follow each other. So that's the most important thing. So make sure you guys are doing that. So send some follows, send some love, to everyone who's mentioning these. Participate in a conversation for you guys over on Twitter. We can have like a big freaking thread talking about games because it's a lot of fun. So I think next week it's going to be the very first game you ever played. So think hard on it. Think hard. So very important. Now, of course, I said I would mention my favorite game of all time. I was going to wait until Sunday on Joe's show to mention this. I'm going to say mine is Zelda's Ocarina of Time. It's always been my favorite. I will play that game forever and a fucking day. It is absolute favorite game. I would get a Nintendo 64 tomorrow just to go play it. I mean, I'm still waiting for the Nintendo 64 Classic to get announced. Still haven't announced that shit yet, right? We're all waiting for that shit. Good community says, hi, Span Defoe. Absolutely agree with you. Maybe I would even get it and get the GameCube version with everything upgraded and shit. But yeah, the Ocarina of Time, dude, fucking great game. Since I got the golden cartridge when I first got it, I got a fucking fly in here now. I don't know where the hell that came from. But anyway, it was one of the first games I got an N64 other than Mario, and I had the golden cartridge, and I played through that game like religiously. I would sit there and say, fuck any other game. I had my original PlayStation, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to play any of my PlayStation games right now. I'm going to go play Zelda, because to me, that was like the quintessential game. There's always a special place for me in terms of Nintendo and a Zelda game that I love playing. Zelda to me is the biggest thing. And I remember that since the original game back on the NES. The second game, I was like, whatever. But then came A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, God, the games just go on and on and on. Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, of course, Breath of the Wild, which I'm playing, absolutely love it, and I'm still going back to some of my classics. Heistman Defoe, Rage, another great game series for Sega. By the way, the Sega Classics Collection is out for PS4, Xbox One. Guys, go check that out, and you can play the Streets of Rage trilogy, which is great. I think 2, obviously, is my favorite out of the 3 games they did. 2 is my favorite. Dude, that game is just fucking awesome. But that's what I would put in there. But next week, our Twitter question is going to be, what was the very first game you ever played? So make sure you guys give us those answers. We'll put the question up on Monday. I'll put that up there so you guys can start putting them in. So on Monday, we'll bring it up, and we'll have your answers there, and I will read them off here on the show. We will have a different question every week. It's not always going to be video game related. Maybe we go with something else and talk about, maybe one week we'll do Ford versus Chevy. Who knows? That was brought up. So to do a Ford versus Chevy thing, and we're really going to get into that. So that should be a lot of fun. You guys, this is going to wrap up this week's episode, and holy shit, you guys have been absolutely amazing. We had about 20 people in here at one point in the chat, everyone hanging out. It's a Toyota, you motherfucker. Why don't you just bring up Dodge, or Pontiac? I gotta say that the Dodge Daytona was my first car. We'll have that one week where we'll have our first cars, because that's going to be really awesome to go ahead and bring that up. So we're going to have all sorts of questions, not always video game related. We'll bring up other stuff to have you guys participate in the conversation. So we'll do that on Twitter. So make sure you're following me at @high_octane_buzz. Make sure you guys check that out on my Twitter. And of course, I'll let you know when I get the belt. Hopefully that's tomorrow. As I said, I got the car show out here tomorrow over in Two Rivers. I'd like to show up there with the belt. Hopefully, we'll get out there for that. It is my birthday tomorrow. I'm excited. I do have to go to work, unfortunately, but after work, the real fun begins. Speaking of things, I want another beer. We ain't closing this show till I have another fucking beer. Stick around. If you got a drink, alcohol or not, get one. Drink with me. Let's have a pre-birthday toast right here on the show. I'm gonna go grab a beer. Give me 1 second. All right. Hopefully y'all came back quick enough. I only got to take like 2 steps to go over to my refrigerator. No, we're not getting Himmel drunk tonight. Come on now. And I'm not dropping any cunt bombs on this show tonight. Dolphin High says, can I borrow a beer? If I can pass one to you, I would. Let's see. Beer for everybody now. As I knocked my freaking camera down. Thank you, a virtual cunt. Coming from Gatekeeper Drew. Killdozer, what's coming down? Hey, Himmel, you coming down here for Summerfest? Where's that at? Is that in Wisconsin? I want to say it is. Elias dropping a cunt bomb. Y'all dropping the cunt bombs in the chat. Hey, drop a cunt bomb in the chat, everybody. Go ahead. Let's get some cunt hype going on, all right? There we go. Cunt hype from everybody in the chat. So many legendary beasts talking about Billy Ricky. Although he's so many legendary beats. Yeah, that could still work. On the Milwaukee Lakefront. Oh, dude, that would be cool. I'm only here till August, so hopefully it's not too long. Billy Ricky giving hashtag cunt bomb. Everybody drop a cunt bomb in the chat. Why not? Everybody do it. It's going to be fun. Let's have a good time as we wrap up the show here this week. I got my another beer, nice iced fresh cold one, ready to go to drop right here. Pre-birthday hype. Because tomorrow is my birthday. Drink with me, guys, because I'm going to have fucking fun. I might drop a cunt bomb tomorrow on Monetize This. So I will be on Monetize This tomorrow night, belt or no belt. Make sure you guys tune in for that around 11 o'clock on Corrupted podcast channel for Joe Cronin. So go over to Corrupted Podcast on YouTube for Monetize This Friday night. I will be there for the whole show. So make sure you check that out. The Himmel Champ will be in attendance. Belt or no belt, the champion will still represent. Hey, throw some points to the Himmelgod. Not like I'm fucking begging here, all right? Like some people have said that I'm begging and shit. Fuck that, dude. I didn't beg for shit. You all hooked me up. You all made this all happen, all right? It was a random donation, I think by Shell, that started this whole thing. So shout out to Shell, who started it, and then, of course, you guys built upon it to allow me to have the Monetize This title. And as I said, as soon as I get the belt, Serial Assassin, first thing we're going to do is sing We Are the Champions out here in the hallway of this hotel. I've gotten the permission from the hotel to do it. They won't kick me out for it, so I will do it for you guys. And I might throw a little bonus in there, maybe taking the belt and playing it like a guitar, maybe singing the Himmelgod song. That would be pretty cool, so I might do that. So we'll have all sorts of crazy shit going on. As I said, I'm going to take care of you guys while I have this belt. Everything that you suggested will come true, except for OK Fabes that wanted me to streak through the hotel naked. That's just not going to happen. When I said, yeah, they have all sorts of ideas, and the people in the lobby here at the hotel said, you're not going to streak naked through the hallway, are you? And I'm like, oh, fuck. So, yeah, they don't want me to do that, but I could do everything else. So, not going to happen. I'm not going to tape that because fucking YouTube will kill me. Probably Twitter would probably kill me, too, although they got naked women on there. So, I'm not going to go ahead and show my CCK in front of everybody, right? I'll show my CCK in front of everyone on camera. Thanks, Steve German, who goes around and made the new term of the week, CCK. I'm pretty sure we'll be hearing a lot of that on fucking Monetize This. Later on, for Thursday Night Throwdown over on Joe's, I think it's going to be on Corrupted channel. So make sure you check out Thursday Night Throwdown. We had Wrestling Memories tonight over, I think, on Colbone or on Tattoo Mistress's channel. I forget which one that was. Drew, I'm pretty sure off the bat what channel that was on, because I think you were doing that show with them. So you might want to let everybody know in the chat. For Wrestling Memories, they did that tonight. So make sure you guys check out that show. It was on yours. Okay, so it's on Drew's channel, Derailed Gatekeeper. Make sure you guys head over there and check out Wrestling Memories. As I said, Thursday Night Throwdown tonight on Corrupted. It's Joe's birthday, so send him some love. I'm pretty sure Steven German with his CCK will go ahead and show up. Joe has CCK in his donation. Yeah. Dude, Steven German, how many times he said CCK was great. You guys dropped cunt bombs tonight in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. Cunt! There you go. I am going to give you a loud one tonight because, who knows? The neighbors are over there tonight, so who knows? It's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a great weekend. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to become monetized as champion. So thank you for that, for allowing me to capture points in the bank and cashing them in last week to get the belts. I want to say thank you to you guys for doing that. It's my birthday tomorrow, so it makes it even sweeter. We got a car show out here tomorrow in Two Rivers. Looking forward to that. I participated in it last year with my vet. This year I don't have my vet with me because that's at home. David Wells dropping a cunt bomb in the chat. But unfortunately, that's back in Florida. I also want to give a shout out to my mom who just got out of surgery a couple weeks ago. She had some trouble with her foot. She's able to start walking now today. The stitches are out. So, Mom, glad to find out that you're free to do what you want instead of sitting on a sofa chair. So, greatly appreciate that. And she said she's going to be out in my car. So, prayers to my vet right now that nothing happens to it. Billy Ricky, hashtag the Himmel Mother. Thank you very much, Billy Ricky. So, for my birthday tomorrow, for me winning the championship, because of you guys allowing that to happen, thank you. I hope I continue to represent this title as much as possible. If it's a short reign, I'll be happy. If it's a long motherfucking reign, I'll be even happier. Do you think that I won't try and make it a long reign? I am going to try and make it a long run for you guys, and we'll keep the suggestions rolling on what you want me to do with the belt. I was hoping to start this as early as Wednesday, but you know what? If it starts on tomorrow, we'll make it happen tomorrow. It's my fucking birthday. I don't care where I go. If people think I'm running around with a fucking title belt on my shoulder around my fucking waist, I don't give a fuck. This is for you guys. You made it happen. And I'm proud to be called the monetize this champion because you guys allowed it. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for allowing it. And I don't care what any of the fucking haters say. That's how it is. If you had one, I'd say do a beer bong with the belt, says Billy Ricky. I would love to do a freaking Das Boot with the belt. That would be awesome. We'll still look for one. Minnesota Vikings fan, thank you very much. So, without further ado, I've been holding this up long fucking enough. Thank you. Enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you very much, Sausage. Hashtag Das Boot. We need a Das Boot. We need one bad around here. There's got to be a store around here that's got fucking boots. I'm telling you. Heist Defoe, Florida. I'm in Gainesville. Come through. Much love here. Hey, I'm a Florida guy. That's how it is. I wish I was in Florida to take it to Disney World and Universal and have with my vet with it, with the belt. I would really like that. Minnesota Vikings fan, keep up the good work. Thank you, man. I greatly appreciate it. But let's not hold off this beer any longer. If you got your drinks, drink them with me. I don't care what it is. If it's a beer, if it's a Coke, if it's a water bottle, I don't care. Let's enjoy the moment. When I get the belt, I'm going to clang a beer with the belt because you all deserve that. But for right now, let's down this beer. We'll end the show. Thank you guys very much for being here. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me over on Twitch. Hell, even subscribe if you want, even though we have a lack of content right now. Game reviews are coming up. I am hard at work on the Blaze Blue review. We'll have that up probably by next week or even by the weekend. Who knows? And may have another review on top of that, which I think is going to be the Luminous Remastered game. And we'll start getting some old school fucking reviews going up too as well. So no more holding back. Let's drink a beer. Thank you guys. Cheers to you for making me the champion of Monetize This. It's my birthday tomorrow. If you got a birthday coming up, happy birthday. I know someone's got one coming up. He might still be in the chat. Hopefully he is. I think that's Sausage. I think he's got one coming up. So let's drink to all you guys. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to any one of you guys got one coming up. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on Monetize This. Let's do this shit. Cheers, bitches. Code. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Holy shit. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hit the like button on the way out. here, click on the bell for the notifications. I'm going to see you tomorrow on Monetize This. I will see you throughout the weekend from Milwaukee. It's going to be a blast. I will be out there. So if any of you guys are out in Milwaukee and want to come out and see the belt, make sure you're there. I will be there with JP Baker and Tattooed Mistress. My buddy Dane is down here from Florida. He came up here. He's working in Madison. He's going to be in Milwaukee with me, and we're going to be partying like motherfuckers on Saturday. I'm still going to make it to Derailed and hopefully to Insomniac. Ken, hopefully your daughter is doing well. Joe Cronin, happy birthday, man. That drink was also for you. Anything I drink tonight was for you. Enjoy your birthday, and we'll see you tonight on Thursday Night Throwdown. So, guys, thank you for being here. On a head out. I am Brian Himmelfarb, a.k.a. the Himmelgod, the Himmel Champ, whatever you want to call it. Even the Himmel CCK, whatever it is. I love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Let's have some fun, baby.